as they get pumped up before the tip-off against the Celtics. Spurs, Celtics, only on 2K Sports. Now the starting group for San Antonio. Fox at the 1 with Castle at the 2. Then there's Devin Vassell. Then it's Victor Wembanyama. And it's Lee in at the 4. No good with the triple. And White has got the ball here for the Boston Celtics. And last season, Grant, the sale of the Celtics franchise for $6.1 billion. It seemed like a lot at the time.
Well, yeah, that was until the Lakers sale hit 11 digits last summer, VA. But in both cases, basketball decision-making doesn't change right away. In the case of the Celtics, the governorship doesn't transfer until 2028. Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Lets the 3 fly. And it's Houdini missing. San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Here's Wembanyama. The rebound by Jackson.
Nothing more important than contesting layups and dunks. A great job defensively.
Here's Houdini. Nails it from 3.
Sometimes it's simple. Put the ball in the hands of your scorers and let them do what they do best.
Vassell outside. Back to Fox. San Antonio moving the ball around. Pass to Castle. Wembanyama, screen on White. Castle misses.
Boy, a chilly start for this basketball team. They are just 1 for 4.
Outside, Brown. Jackson outside. And again, Boston with the triple.
This is the value of having those stretch bigs. Very hard to contest that jumper.
Pass to Lee. Fox surveying the D. Vassell finds Fox. Now here's Castle. Just 5 on the clock. Spurs need to get one up here. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
Just 1 for 5. Not the start they were looking for. Obviously, there's still plenty of time to get on track.
And it's good. 2 points.
And adding to this lead right now. Riding a wave of momentum.
But if you continue to execute at both ends, you can build on this lead.
Now here's Castle. Against Atlanta, he was really on his game. Vassell, he's open. And miss after miss right now.
Boy, that was his shot to miss. This was a terrific mid-range shooter.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. And here's a timeout from Mitch Johnson. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Some numbers for Victor Wembanyama. Spurs trail by 9. Castle finds Wembanyama. And here's Vassell. Pass to Castle. Here's Fox. Will it go? Houdini grabs the board.
Well, that's surprising. This guy is a good mid-range shooter, just can't get it to go.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first.
They've been very effective so far. A balanced attack at its best.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
Well, Doris, the season is just getting underway. How together do you expect teams to be at this point?
Well, it depends, B.A. Are you experienced or are you young? And I know this, the first 20 games usually are a very good indicator of how your season is going to play out.
Jackson, rebound San Antonio. Castle outside. On the wing, Vassell. To the middle. Here's Lee. Nice pass. Nice catch. And a resounding dunk.
Playing from behind, it's amazing he chose a dunk with that high a difficulty rating.
Yeah, no question. That was a stellar move with plenty of swagger. Well, it's always nice to head up to the connected cam to get another angle of these big plays, courtesy of AT&T. Here's Jackson. After the basket by San Antonio. And Boston again with the bucket.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
To the paint. Tatum with a steal. And here's the fast break. Nice ball movement by Boston. No luck on that one. Oh, some solid defense from Fox. Vassell outside. Launches a three. With a rebound, Celtics. Jackson's got his 4th rebound in this one. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk to Joe Mazzulla for a minute. Well, no surprise. We started chatting about Victor Wembanyama, and I asked what the plan was there, and Coach said with a shrug, stay on him and hope for the best. What can you do? So still no magic answers for how to slow down a unique threat like Wemby on the floor. Guys?
As always, Allie, we thank you. Now here's Castle. No made baskets yet. To the left side wing. The three from Wembanyama. Houdini grabs the board. Celtics lead by 8. Pass to White. Now here's Brown. Back to White. Here's Houdini. Knocks down the triple. Houdini's got 6.
And they're behind right now because they're failing to play quality defense. It's that simple.
Now Castle. He's guarded by White. To the inside. Here's Wembanyama. And it gets that one.
There were questions about Wembanyama's strength coming into the league. No problem with the contact here.
And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. November, so let's check in on the standings in the Western Conference. You look at the Spurs, early on, they've got the 3rd best record.
Checking out San Antonio, it's impressive how well they have played. I mean, some teams need more time before they start clicking, but not them. They were ready from the beginning.
And what a good feeling it is to play such high-quality basketball so early in the season. This kind of start sets the foundation for what could be a monster year.
Now here's Pritchard. He did not look good in their loss to the Cavaliers the other night. And here's Brown for three. Ooh, almost had a 4-point play right there. But he'll go to the line with a chance for three. Grant, the thing about Jaylen Brown, he doesn't need a lot of space to get his shot off.
You know, B.A., he has a quick release and rises high on his jumper. Has a great up fake and can stop on a dime. Usually all the space he needs to find his shot.
And he's good on the first of three. And the Spurs willing to be patient with this rebuild. But when De'Aaron Fox became available, Grant, they did not blink.
Yeah, he's just too dynamic to pass up. And still young enough to grow with their core. Now it's about making the pieces click.
And Doris, very disciplined are the Celtics at the defensive end of the floor.
And BA, they do something that great defensive teams do. They limit their fouls. They don't gamble for steals. They try to give up one contested shot. At the rim, it's all about verticality.
And he makes all three. And for all the optimism, Grant, the Spurs having to navigate some tough seas with health challenges.
Yeah, the legendary Greg Popovich moving to a front office role. Then Wemby suffering a blood clot, too. Some trying times, but this team's foundation of togetherness has helped. Scouts love this from Wembanyama. A big who can hit smooth three-point shots.
First personal foul, second team foul.
Hauser passes to Vucevic. Here's Pritchard. Checking his stats. He's scoring around 9.5 points per game. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Jackson. And he finishes. That makes him 4 out of 5.
Off to a fantastic start. He's 4 for 5. Watch out.
Castle against Brown. Inside. Wembanyama. The rebound by Jackson. Jackson's got 5 rebounds tonight.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
Hauser outside. Jackson outside. No good on the three. Spurs trail by 11. Up top, Castle, defended by Hauser. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Staying strong inside. Castle got touched up there, but it didn't throw him off.
Brown scanning the floor. Tries it from the top of the key. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. And so it's Wembanyama with it. He brings it up for the Spurs. They trail by 9. They want to keep rolling here, following the win against Atlanta.
Sometimes it's difficult to get good looks on the road, but they ran the offense brilliantly.
Well, they knew exactly how to approach that defense. They shot a fantastic percentage because they got quality looks.
And the Celtics in possession here. San Antonio getting their last shot to go. Hauser passes to Jackson. Pritchard against Fox. Back to Jackson. And it's good as he snubs it right through the net. And that's now 11 points for Prez.
Boy, this guy making the most of his chances here. Really giving his team a lift.
And here's a timeout from Mitch Johnson. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. checked in for Victor Wembanyama. Bryant comes in for Lee. Keldon Johnson, he's checked in for Vassell. And it's Harper in for Fox. Here's Bryant. He's averaging almost 5 points a game. Pass to Johnson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Harper. The shot comes out. Nice D from Pritchard. Boston leading by 9. Now Brown. Hauser outside. Pass to Jackson. There's the triple. Drops in the 3. Jackson's got 14 points.
This guy has been in attack mode this quarter. The defense might want to intercede here.
Harper passes to Johnson. Cornet up top. Back to Johnson. Oh, Johnson slams it in.
Yeah, great finish from Johnson, leaving no room for error with the slam.
Brown against Castle. Outside, Brown. Rebound by San Antonio. Pass to Harper. Kicks it out to Bryant. San Antonio moving the ball around. Here's Cornet. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Celtics lead by 8. 34 seconds left in the opening quarter. There's Jackson with the 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Celtics foul. Jackson. First personal foul. First team foul.
Seconds left to play in the first. Cornet sets a screen. And here's Bryant outside.
And just refusing to give up second chance points. Excellent defensive rebound.
Pass to Hauser. Left side Pritchard. 1 second left. It's not going to go for him. And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. Boston out in front. They're up by 11. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Boston.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
On the court for San Antonio here in the second. They've got Johnson. He's out there with Harper, and it's Lee in at center. And the three-pointer goes. Lee's got 5 now.
Boy, you give this guy a half-decent look from distance, and he's going to make you pay.
Outside Tatum. Here's Houdini. 8 points in his last time out. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Pass to Harper. Here's Champagny. Fires the 3. Doesn't go. And he's 0 for 1 from the floor. To the inside. Here's Tatum. Excellent D there from Bryant.
Sometimes you just lose that little bit of focus, and this is what happens.
You know, Grant, for all his competitive nature, Tatum has a pretty calm demeanor. Do you appreciate that?
Yes, indeed. As a team leader, a father, a role model, and a professional, you can't ask for much better than Jason Tatum. He is the real deal.
Spurs trail by 10. Johnson passes to Lee. Pass to Champagnie. Shot clock at 6. And there's the screen. Back to Bryant. 4-3. Boston pulls it in. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Outplayed in their previous game on their schedule, losing to the Cavs.
It was, frankly, embarrassing. I was shocked by their disorganization, and I think they were too.
Well, frankly, they should be shocked. I mean, that kind of effort simply won't cut it in today's NBA. Let's see if they take any lessons from it.
Here's Champagnie. Here's Bryant inside, rounded by Tatum. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Bryant.
Boy, a turnover like that will have a coach just staring at his shoes, biting his tongue.
And that's how you defend. Glad we had a chance to see a replay of that block again.
Oh, now that was a block. Some much-needed energy there to jumpstart them back into this game.
Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thank you. Jason Tatum talked about his development since coming into the league, and he said earlier, I was playing the game just to play the game instead of thinking it. It's tough when you're younger. You just want everything to happen so fast, but it doesn't work like that. Back to you guys.
He's come a long way. All right, Allie, thank you. Here's Champagnie. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. 6 to shoot. Here's Harper. And the deficit down inside single digits.
Yeah, Harper really had to force his way through. No one gives rookies an easy time out there.
Pass to Tatum. Stolen by Bryant. Picked it out of midair. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Houdini. Give him 8 points now. Connects from downtown. Houdini's got 5 points now this quarter.
Boy, this guy doing his job, spacing the floor. He had 2 triples in the first, and he just gets his third to go.
Johnson against White. Pass to Hauser. Here's Houdini. Jacks up at 3. Rebounded by Johnson.
Boy, they've managed without him to a degree, which bodes well for them overall.
Good work defensively by White. Boston leading by 11. Here's Houdini. No good on the triple.
It's been that kind of quarter for him. The shot has just been unreliable.
Harper misses. And White has got the ball here for the Boston Celtics. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter. And out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
The Spurs will take it. And let's turn to the league leaders now and check out which teams are tops in rebounding this season. Second, the Spurs.
This team has done a great job of getting the boards, and they do tremendous work boxing out.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Jackson comes in for Queta, and it's Jaylen Brown in for Hauser. So San Antonio going with almost an entire new group here. Wembanyama's checked in for Bryant. Cassell comes in for Champagnie. Castle's checked in for Johnson, and Fox is subbed in for Harper. And here's the timeout from Mitch Johnson now. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
Last 2 minutes, I'm a drop 10. Are we down on the low? Yeah, got them. Quick shot, big shot. Shot threes in your face while your wrist locked. Last 2 minutes, I'm a drop 10. Are we down on the low? Yeah, got them. Quick shot, big shot. Shot threes in your face while your wrist locked. You know what they came to see? Me, never on my level, even if we in the same league. Talking too much on the court, you a bit squeak. Don't let me cross over. Watch your kick squeak. Last 2 minutes, I'm a drop 10. Are we down, I'm below, yeah, I got them. Quick shot, big shot. Shot threes in your face while your wrist locked. Last 2 minutes, I'm a drop 10. Are we down, I'm below, yeah, I got them. Quick shot, big shot. Shot threes in your face while your wrist locked. You know what they came to see? Me, never on my level, even if we in the same league. Talking too much on the court, you a bit squeak. Don't let me cross over, watch your kick squeak. Last 2 minutes, I'm a
conference standings are shaken out. Taking a look at Boston, here to start, they're on solid ground, standing 6th in the conference.
You know, for the Celtics, what's crazy is we haven't really seen the early season explosion we expected from them, but they're starting to pile up wins nonetheless.
Well, it speaks volumes that they're able to win without being in their A place, in their A game. Once they really start to gel, it's going to be very hard to slow them down.
Now here's Castle. Continues to make an impact on offense, putting up 21 a game. To the paint, and stolen by Jackson. To the middle. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. Lee, the pass to Fox. From deep. Boston pulls it in.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Here's Tatum. Nice D from Vassell. Spurs trail by 11. Down low. Here's Lee. And he jams it home with authority.
For Vassell to really make an impact, that's what he has to do. Initiate the offense.
Jackson outside. Rebound by San Antonio. Wembanyama's got 4 rebounds now. Castle outside. Pass to Vassell. Castle against White. To the middle. Stolen by Jackson. And here's the fast break. Tatum from long range. Good. And Brown gets the assist. Tatum's got his 2nd bucket on the night.
You have got to be in Tatum's space. This guy is such a terrific range shooter.
And there's the lob. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Castle.
That's miscommunication, and we rarely see that happen.
Boston with the ball. A 12-point game. Jackson with a screen on Vassell. Here's Brown. Plenty of space. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got 5 rebounds in the game. Pass to Castle. From downtown. He's off on that one. Good work defensively by White. In this league, you've got to have moves and counter moves. Grant, your toolkit was pretty complete coming in.
Well, you know, I tried to keep adding to it. It's like baseball. If they're struggling to hit your heater, that changeup will work even better.
Well, this is where you see Jaylen Brown has evolved as a playmaker for his teammates. That's a pretty pass.
Vassell outside. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. Vassell's got 11 points.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling 3-point opportunities.
Now here's Brown. 14 points for him last game against Cleveland.
He didn't make it all about himself. His passing was sharp, and he kept everyone involved.
Spurs trail by 12. Fox, the pass to Wembanyama. Misses the 3. And White has got the ball here for the Celtics. Nice ball movement by Boston. Here's Jackson. And it goes. That makes it 9 for 13 now.
They're just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Now here's White. 20 points for him last game against the Cavs in Cleveland.
And the other thing, guys, he really got after it on the backboards. What a complete game for this guy.
Pass to Lee. White against Castle. The 3. The rebound by Jackson. The Celtics on offense. They're on a 14-5 run. Back to Tatum. Finished off by Tatum.
How easy it is to get off your feet. How about the spring from Jason Tatum?
And here's Fox. Still without a bucket. Wembanyama up top. Pass to Castle. And a foul call on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. That one on White.
And that's the kind of pressure Castle can put on a defense.
San Antonio shooting their first free throws of the night now.
2 shots.
free throw drops for Castle.
You love the frame and the length Castle brings to the guard position.
He does not get the second one. Celtics lead by 18. Outside, Brown. Pass to White. Kicks it out to Jackson. Shot clock at 6. And again, Boston with the triple.
He's been dropping them in from downtown since the tip. 3 triples in the first quarter, 2 more since.
Fox right side. Boston with a rebound. Houdini's got 4 rebounds now. When you watch De'Aaron Fox, is there anything that sticks out to you, Grant?
Well, B.A., this league has the best athletes in the world, and Fox looks like maybe the quickest guy out there on most nights. His change of direction is especially elite.
Here's Castle, following the bucket by Boston. Plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul as he'll take 2 free throws now. And Grant, offensively, Wemby has a lot of different options. Talk about his game.
Well, put simply, we've never seen a 7-footer with this array of skills. He's an efficient shooter from anywhere, and the length to just about ignore defenders. I mean, he's got it all. 2 shots.
First one falls for him.
And with the 8-foot wingspan of Wembanyama, it feels like he releases the ball halfway to the bucket.
And both free throws good for Wembanyama.
Already an elite player in this league. The scary thing about Wembanyama is that he's only going to get better.
And here's Brown for 3. Rebounded by the Spurs. Wembanyama's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Fox outside for 3. Boston pulls it in.
Well, they can't get into this league with him going stone cold. Only so much time to turn it around.
Tatum with the basket on the assist from Brown. Brown's got 4 assists in the game.
He drops yet another dive, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Now here's Fox. Still no points. Inside, Castle up and in on the layup.
And for a guard, Castle loves to take his game in deep and challenge those bigger defenders.
Outside, Brown. Tatum, a screen on Vassell. Pass to Tatum. Jackson against Wembanyama. Here's Houdini. The offensive rebound. There's Tatum with the 3. Can't get it to go. He's made 4 of his 8 attempts. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. And it's Fox missing.
It's been an ugly quarter for him. Trying to shoot his way out of it. Might be time to work on the playmaking skills.
Pass to Brown. Here's Houdini. There's the 3. Back to Brown. Jackson with a screen on Vassell. Jackson outside. That 3's off the mark. And so it's Boston. They're feeling great. A 21-point lead. The defense is setting the tone. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this.
Thanks for joining us, everybody. An uphill battle so far for the San Antonio Spurs.
They know they don't have to keep shooting threes, right? And with this, it's cold. You just can't keep tossing up anything. It's freezing in here, Ernie.
Oh, I get it. He's cold. Ernie, you get it.
I mean, I guess, yeah, it's pretty hard to win.
Good stuff, fellas. And as we turn our focus to the featured game, we had a couple of centers really hammering it out in that first half.
This reminds me of how the league was in my time. Amazing battles at the center position most nights. Kenny could attest to that.
No, I like it is now, brother. Man, them threes flying up and those big men sitting on the bench.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit you on your bench.
That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson with the third period.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Celtics lead by 21. White and Brown are the wingmen. Jackson out there with Jason Tatum. And it's Houdini in at the one spot. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half. Fires in the triple.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Castle for three. And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound.
Yeah, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Houdini. And it's all from three-point range.
I'll tell you, that's one he typically will make. The defense gets away with one.
Pass to Fox. Outside Wembanyama. Vassell outside. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Lee from outside the arc. Knocks down the long J. Lee's got 10.
Listen, he's carrying his own weight, there's no doubt. But it is very hard to win a basketball game by yourself.
Pass to White. Three-pointer. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board. Wembanyama's got the glass covered here tonight. That's 11 boards for him. Fox finds Castle. Wembanyama up top, defended by Jackson. Back to Castle. To the paint. Here's Wembanyama. Oh! Wembanyama throws it down.
And Wembanyama can dunk it basically just standing up. You got to keep him out of the paint.
Outside White. Here's Houdini. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in. Brown's got 5 assists tonight. Castle outside. Vassell outside. Fox outside. From deep. Jaylen Brown with a rebound.
Well, I love his shot selection tonight. You've got to work for better looks.
Right side Tatum. Brown against Vassell. Brown passes to Jackson. By Jackson.
And this is outstanding vision by Jaylen Brown. This guy dishing the ball beautifully to his teammates.
And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. Following this game, they host the Magic. It'll be a quick stopover at home before they have to get back out on the road. And here's a timeout from Mitch Johnson. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over.
Let's get loud for Celtics Entertainment. Please put your hands together and welcome to Center Court, Celtics Entertainment.
who in this year's rookie class is leading their group in blocks this season. Pass to Lee. Brown with the steal. Tatum looking it over. Houdini, pass to Brown. Clock at 6. Stolen by Wembanyama. Here's Lee. 4-3. San Antonio again can't hit.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Here's Houdini. He's covered by Fox. Fires the 3. Out of bounds. It'll be Spurs ball. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks a lot. Well, the Celtics have a great 1-2 punch with Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. Tatum said JB always starts the game really aggressive. I'm a naturally laid-back guy. I kind of see things out first, and then I can essentially take over when I need to. We have found that balance. Brian?
A dangerous duo. All right, Allie, appreciate the report. Pass to Castle to win the cold spell. Good, and the assist to Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got his 3rd assist of the night.
Always ready to fire. Castle wasting no time.
Castle against White. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. A playmaker who can also score in bunches. I'm talking about Derek White.
I'm so glad you are, BA, because Derek White's big-time shot-making ability under duress of the shot clock. How many times does this guy get the ball with very little time on the clock, and he just stands calmly and delivers shot after shot?
Keldon Johnson, he's checked in for Vassell. Back to Lee. San Antonio moving the ball around. Three-pointer. Boston pulls it in. Jackson's got rebound number 15 here tonight. Throws it up high. Oh, Tatum slams it home.
Wow, how about the long arms and the timing of Jason Tatum on the alley-oop? Nice.
Pass to Lee. Fox outside. Johnson passes to Fox. Here's Castle. Out to Fox. Launches a 3. The rebound by Jackson.
You have to credit their effort, man. They've done an amazing job on the glass.
Here's Houdini. Outside White. Here's Houdini. No good from outside.
He needs to look to try to drive inside and get going. That outside shot is simply not there.
Fox outside. Pass to Wembanyama. 5 to shoot. The 3-ball. Gets the 3-ball to go. Wembanyama's got 12 points.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
Outside, Brown. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Pass to Johnson. And here's Fox. Here's Lee. Off the mark there with a 3. Here's Houdini. Now Tatum. Now here's Jackson. Again, the miss by Boston. Castle outside. Pass to Lee. Johnson against Brown. It's Johnson with a drive. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
And that's how you take it to the cup. Johnson with the power finish.
Outside White. Jackson for 3. Rebounded by the Spurs. Johnson's got his 5th rebound in this one. It's stolen by Tatum. And Boston pushing it up now. White finds Jackson. The Quick look, no good that time. Spurs trail by 17. Lee, the pass to Fox. And here's Castle. From downtown, the rebound by Jackson. Jackson's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. Pass to Brown. Here's Houdini. He's got 16. Again, the miss by Boston. It's stolen by Tatum. Here's White. And here's Brown for three. And it's Lee with the rebound.
It's amazing the success they've had with him shooting this way. 0 for the night.
To stop the drought. And there's Brown. That one's good. On the assist from Tatum. Brown's got 5 points. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Celtics?
Yeah, they've collected an impressive number of steals so far, using fast hands to force some turnovers and then scoring on the other end.
But they've also been scoring on the break. With how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court, anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
Spurs trail by 19. Fox finds Wembanyama. There's the drive, and he elevates for the jam. Jason Tatum on the receiving end.
And part of what makes Wembanyama so dangerous, a big guy who can push the pace.
Thanks to the AT&T Connected Cam for the up-close and personal view of that slam. Fantastic ball movement for them tonight.
Things are definitely working offensively. A balanced attack is just so much harder to defend.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls the timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. Comes in for Castle, and it's Harper in for Fox. San Antonio on D, trailing by 17. Pass to Shireman. Here's Vucevic, covered by Bryant. Vucevic gets the bucket. Vucevic has gotten his first bucket of the night.
Well, Nikola Vucevic can score against excellent defense. That is a good finish in close.
And the ball out of bounds. The Celtics will have it. Let's take a look at the best three-point shooters among this year's rookie class. Now here's Pritchard. Tight defense on him. Pass to Vucevic. And here's Hauser.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Now Vucevic. 6 to shoot. Here's Jackson. Oh, it's blocked by Wembanyama.
With his length and energy, Wembanyama has the ability to be a game-changing defender.
Spurs trail by 19. And Harper with a basket on the assist by Wembanyama. Harper's got his second basket of the night. And for the Celtics, they're shooting just about 33% since the second half started. Jackson outside. Lets it go from deep. Buries it from 3. And the Celtics lead by 20.
He's their go-to. They keep calling his number, and he delivers.
1:16 left in the third quarter. And Harper gets it to go.
And we saw it from Harper in college. He's a 3-level scorer, effective inside when he needs to be.
Here's Shireman, covered by Johnson. And it's Shireman missing. Spurs trail by 18. 41 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Harper, defended by Pritchard. Harper passes to Wembanyama, and he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call.
He pushed a little too hard there trying to close the gap. And yes, he paid the price.
That's a big miscue, and you hate to see that happen at this point in the game.
Now here's Pritchard. No points so far. Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Hauser. Three-pointer off the mark. Wembanyama pass to Harper. Outside for Wembanyama. Over Pritchard. What a play! He drains it at the buzzer!
Makes his selection just in time. Well done.
Well, finishing quarter strong. Every coach preaches it. Nice work.
And so it's the Boston Celtics in control with a 16-point advantage heading into the break. Really mucking it up on defense. Active hands, multiple efforts, forcing turnovers. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. And so in the game for the Spurs, Keldon Johnson out there with Harper. Then there's Luke Cornett, and it's Champagnie at the 3. Boston leading by 16. Pass to Houdini. Outside Pritchard. Tatum with a screen. Top of the key. Pritchard, no good. Spurs trail by 16. Harper passes to Cornett.
First personal foul, first team foul.
The steal.
Not a smart pass, and he knows it. Gotta disguise your intentions better than that. Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Well, let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group. Yeah, just catching your teammate in stride right there. That makes the game easy.
Boston leading by 16. Here's Houdini. Right side Tatum. Pass to Keita. Shot clock at 6. Over to the left wing. Three-pointer Pritchard. And it's Lee with the rebound. Lee's got 8 rebounds in the game. Here's Harper. To the inside. Launches it from deep. Lee misses.
We all know he's a good shooter. But from that distance, I don't think so.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
Tatum gets the bucket.
Goodness, Jason Tatum from another zip code.
Pass to Cornett. Now Johnson.
Celtics foul. Shields. First personal foul, second team foul.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. They set the pick. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Kornet. From deep, Harper. That's the trifecta.
Oh, the rookie with the response from 3. Dylan Harper clapping back.
Houdini, pass to Pritchard. Outside Tatum, fires from deep. And it's Kornet with a rebound. Spurs trail by 16. Just about 3 minutes through the fourth and final quarter here. Back to Johnson. Nice it go.
Spurs foul. Lee. First personal foul.
Celtics lead by 16. Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 gone by. Pritchard surviving the D. Pass to Houdini. Rebound by San Antonio.
He had it flowing from long range in the first half. Not sure what changed.
It's stolen by Tatum. And Boston pushing it up now. Ooh, he's now 7 for 12.
The best way to get a clean look is with those quick hitters on the break.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
Now here's Kornet. Pass to Harper. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. One thing people notice about Dylan Harper, he loves to get going downhill.
Yeah, he delights in bullying his way through a defense, using a blend of speed and size to get to where he wants to go.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. And Grant, many of the newer rules have helped unlock offenses. Any need to help out the defense?
You know, I think the rules are fine, B.A. It's just about allowing defenders to do their job and limiting the cheap foul calls so they can stay on the floor.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Jackson, he's checked in for Queta. Brown comes in for Hauser. And it's White in for Pritchard.
And the son of NBA champion Ron Harper, Dylan is an intriguing player. He went 2nd overall in the draft, a versatile combo guard who plays with a lot of confidence.
Jackson, rebounded by Fox.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
Right, he stays connected, and great timing on the contest.
Again, the miss by the Spurs. Celtics lead by 17. Kicks it out to Jackson. Three-pointer, no good. Castle outside. To the paint. Here's Lee. Pounded by Tatum. And the basket by Lee.
This guy's been great, no doubt about it, but it hasn't been enough to get them where they want to be.
Outside Tatum. Launches it. Rebounded by Castle.
I mean, I guess you can appreciate the confidence, but his three-point shooting has been brutal this half.
Vassell passes to Harper. There's a screen. 4 on the clock. And the 3 off target.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Pass to Jackson. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
At the line, Jackson. At the line for 2 shots.
2.
That one falls for Jackson. Wembanyama's checked in for Harper. And so Jackson nails both of them. And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. 17-point game. San Antonio moving the ball around. Lee misses. Boston's gone just 1 of 6 from downtown in this final quarter. Tatum passes to Brown. Now here's Jackson. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Jackson's got 12 points in just the second half.
Clutch buckets. He's paving the way as they hit the home stretch.
They set the pick. Castle outside. Pass to Vassell. Shoots over Brown. San Antonio again can't hit. Boston leading by 19. Out to the right wing. Outside Tatum. Outside White. Jackson surveying the D. Rebounded by Fox. Fox has got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Lee. Defended by Brown. Out to Fox. Back to Lee. Wide open look. Again, the miss by the Spurs. And the Celtics shooting the ball at around 42% for the game. Jackson with a screen on Fox. And the basket by Houdini.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Vassell outside. And founded back in 2020, the National Basketball Social Justice Coalition still pushing for voting rights and eliminating bias in the justice system. A lot yet to be done, Greg.
Yes, indeed, B.A. And give them a follow. I mean, it's so much important work, and it takes all of us to really create the change we all hope to see.
Wembanyama pass to Fox. Pass to Lee. Stop the drought. The basket's good. Off the assist from Fox. Lee's got 6 points in the quarter.
I love watching Fox distribute the ball, knowing it's part of his role to involve his teammates.
Outside, Brown. That three's off the mark. Spurs trail by 19. Here's Lee. Fox, the pass to Wembanyama.
Boston foul. Shears. Second personal foul. 4th team foul.
Pass to Lee. Takes the three. Counted from distance. Lee's got 12 points in just the second half.
Spacing the floor. That's his 3rd triple of the game and his 2nd in this half.
Jackson with 3. That's good from Jackson on the assist by Brown.
Timeout.
Brown's got his 7th assist here tonight. And so it's Mitch Johnson here calling timeout. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here.
Here we go, fans. Time to make some noise for Boston Globe Celtics Entertainment.
put on a show out there tonight, tearing it up on both ends of the floor. So impressive. And the other squad has looked helpless to stop him.
Boy, you can see the amazing relationship he's built with the hometown fans. And it motivates him to always give them his very best. And so it's Fox with it. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. Trailing by 19. Pass to Lee. There's the triple. And he nails it.
Boy, defensively, you deserve to get torched from deep if you leave him that open. My goodness.
White outside. It's Brown on the wing. He's guarded by Vassell. And De'Aaron Fox picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Shot clock at 5. White fires! Excellent defense, forcing that big miss. Castle fires. Ooh, missed on the tray.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Can't get the three. Spurs trail by 16. Now Vassell puts up the tray. Wembanyama. The big man, Wemby for 2.
Yeah, terrific follow-through for Wembanyama, proving he has a good head on his shoulders.
Here's White. Jaylen Brown. Can't hit it.
And lockdown defense against one of the best three-point shooters in the league.
Now Wembanyama. And stolen by Jackson. White with it. Fox picks him up. Tatum. Oh, he goes to the glass with that one.
And this one hasn't been in doubt for a bit now. They came out on a mission, and you can bag up this win for the Celtics.
One area where they set themselves apart today, their aggressiveness in getting steals.
It really hindered their opponent all game long. And, of course, it helped spark their own offense.
And this will give them their 7th win of the year.
And they meet just twice, so taking the first meeting means a lot to this team.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night, Fred.
This is the very definition of being in his zone. Everything the defense tried against him, he had an answer for it.
Perfect from the line this time. They trail by 18. Fox outside. Here's Wembanyama. Now Fox. Oh, the shot is off. Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Now Jackson. Nice follow through on the fadeaway. Jackson's got 44.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
No question. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
So we see the Celtics taking the W here. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort. Once they had that big lead, they were not going to let the visitors back into the game.
Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Make sure they get home safely.
Thank you. I'm here with Jason Tatum. And Jason, congratulations on the win. What did you like about this team's performance tonight?
Our toughness. And, we figuring it out. It's early. But we taking it game by game, quarter by quarter, and everybody contributing. So, I liked it.
Thanks, Jason.
All right, thanks, Allie. And that'll do it, folks. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and all of our crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching this 2K Sports presentation of the NBA. And time now to present our player of the game.